Hello YouTube gardeners! Today I'm transplanting some of my pepper plants. We love pepper season, so super excited to get some serranos and some jalapenos growing. And here I have a serrano that I'm going to get in the greenhouse. Got the doors off, so you can see here that these tomato plants have been growing for a few months already. These are volunteer tomato plants. See that we've already got some fruit on them. They're doing great in here. We took the doors off a couple months ago. Now I'm going to be growing some tomatoes and peppers in here in the back, and then grow some of the shorter, probably run some watermelon vines out through the front. That'll look pretty. So I picked this location for the serrano and the jalapeno that I have here because they're going to grow great through the summer, the hot months, and then I'll be able to overwinter them in here as well, so that we have chilies throughout the winter. And they'll get nice and big, and then once the cooler season comes in, we'll get the glass doors on here, and then they'll grow in the greenhouse. Also, I have this location where I'm also going to plant some peppers. We've got some strawberries and some nasturtium growing, some decorative grass, but I'm also going to get some food grown in here. And then of course I have my green chili bed back in the garden. So in this video, this is part 3 of planting and growing peppers and chilies. In the last video, I went over the soil requirements, and I'll just briefly go over those right now. My soil consists of organic soil, and then I added lots of organic matter as well. So I've got compost in here. I also added some Dr. Earth planting mix. It's got the microbes in there that'll get in there and start working the soil, adding the beneficial bugs to the soil. And then I'm also going to get a mixture now, right before I get these guys in the soil, of some Dr. Earth fertilizer. It's a 463 and it's a 7.5 of calcium. Very, very important that my pepper plants get lots of calcium from the beginning so that they can start off right with all the nutrition that they need to grow nice, healthy peppers and a nice strong plant to support the growth of all the peppers that it's going to produce. Alright, so in this video I'm going to be transplanting. I'm going to go over the care and feeding requirements for peppers and chilies, and then also watering requirements. Peppers are very touchy about watering. And then just a quick tip on getting the biggest fruits out of your pepper plants. Alright, pepper plants are in. I just gave them a nice deep water, and I'm not putting the soaker hoses to them yet because this is a really crucial time when getting your pepper plants in. If they get too much water, then it's really going to stunt their growth. You'll start seeing the leaves yellowing and dropping. So I gave them a nice deep water just at this initial transplanting. And then I'm going to watch them over the next week and check them with the moisture meter And if they're drying out, then I'm going to give them some water. But if they're staying moist, I'm not going to water them. I'm going to wait until they get to the moist to dry level and then start regular watering. Pepper plants really hate to be overwatered. That's usually where a big problem lies in growing peppers. And it's usually toward the beginning of when they're young like this, they get waterlogged, the roots basically start drowning. They really like the dry to moist soil conditions so that their roots could go grabbing water throughout the soil. They don't want to sit in soggy soil. All right, and these guys are really going to benefit from some nutrients. You can see that they're looking pretty beat up. They need nutrients, so this is going to be a really nice change for them. They're out of their tiny little 4-inch round pot, and they're going to get to really experience some root growth, grabbing the fertilizer nutrients that are in the soil now. All right, I'm going to hop over to the garden and to my other pepper bed, and I planted some about a week ago, some bells, and they're doing really great, and I'll share with you a tip on growing larger size peppers and chilies. All right, here's some bells that I transplanted about a week ago, and I haven't watered them since I transplanted them. I have the moisture meter out here, and I'm going to be checking them in a minute to see if they're at the moist to dry level, and then they'll get their first water since getting the initial deep water when I got them here in the bed. The next step in caring for my peppers and chilies is going to be making sure that they get regular water. So you see this one here, let's see if I could get in close. It's got some new growth, new leaves coming in. So he's doing good. I'm gonna check with the moisture meter, see where this guy's at. It's probably hard to see. Yep, so it's at a moist to dry level. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys watered, and they're gonna start getting a regular watering of a deep water once a week. And then I've got these soaker hoses that come on a couple times a week. I'll just kind of weave those throughout the plants, and then they'll just get some drips a couple times a week. I'm also going to be side dressing them in probably about 4 more weeks. So once they hit about 6 weeks old, I'm going to side dress them with another dose of the Dr. Earth that is rich in calcium. I want to make sure that these guys have a lot of calcium available to them to avoid problems with the fruit development and the plant development. The calcium is important for the cell wall development, and I'm also going to be coming in, let me see if I could find if there's any fruit on these guys yet, any blossoms. Yeah, so see, this plant is starting a blossom. It's already starting to try to produce. I'm going to be removing these, and that's one of the problems with my peppers and chilies last year. They were pretty young, and I let the fruit set in. I'm not going to be doing that this year. I'm going to make sure that the plant is nice and developed, that the root system is nice and developed, that they're more mature before I let the fruit set in. So I'm just going to be going through periodically, and when I see little blossoms, I'm going to remove them. That's going to promote the plant to keep the calcium for the development of the plant. As it gets stronger, more mature, the plant is nice and strong and can handle the fruit development, then I won't remove them anymore and let the plant set in and develop all the nice, big, yummy peppers and chilies. So that's my tip. That's something that I didn't do last year, and I did get hundreds of chilies, but they were a lot smaller than the previous year. So to make sure that I'm developing big chilies, I'm going to wait till the plant is more mature and can handle the growth of the big chilies. Also, once the fruit starts developing, then I'm going to give them a nice deep Epsom water and wait about 10 days and give them one more Epsom water, and that's also going to help in the development of bigger chilies. So just to recap quickly, when I get my transplants in, I give them a really deep water, and then I don't water them again until they are toward the dry to moist level, because peppers and chilies are so sensitive to overwatering in the beginning stages. So these guys here are ready. They've been in here for a week already without getting water, and ready to get another water and to start even watering. Then in a few weeks I'll come in and I'll side dress them with some Dr. Earth 463 that's rich in calcium. It's got a 7.5 of calcium in it. So I'll come in, side dress, and get them fed. And then I'm going to be also removing blossoms until these plants mature. They get quite a bit bigger. Then I'll let the fruit set in, and as the fruit is growing, as the chilies are growing, I'll come in and give them an Epsom water and wait about 10 days and give them one more Epsom water. So I think that should do it. In a few weeks we'll do an update video, and then after that is going to be harvest videos. Here are the tomatoes that I just got in. They are looking beautiful. All right, that's it for now. Enjoy your week and enjoy your garden.